Can you make it?
Hello, everyone.
It's on. Amazing.
So theoretically we should be on, and theoretically you should hear us. A little bit of technical issues today here.
That's right. Hello, guys.
So
welcome to our live stream, which we missed for a while. So I'm very happy to connect with you. We missed you. Really?
Yes,
really. So thank you for joining. Hello, Christina.
Hi.
I hear
You
you.
can hear us, so that's
Great.
good. And you can see us, I assume.
Yeah. Can we lighten up a little bit? Brighter?
So lighten up.
Yes.
We have a little bit dark here.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that better?
Just
maybe like that. Okay, let's keep that. So, oops.
to not be distracted.
Yeah. Okie dokie. Let's get started.
Yeah.
Same question. You're back in Madeira.
We are streaming from Madeira.
We are, yes.
That
and we will
is
tell
true.
all the story why that is
Yeah.
shortly. Hello, who is there? Tony Rodriguez.
Hello, Tony Rodriguez. Welcome.
Cheryl Serenity Studio.
Cheryl from Tenerife.
Cheryl from Tenerife.
Cheryl from Tenerife.
It's
Yes.
at least the only Cheryl
Arthur.
I can think of right now. Steve.
Arthur from Windsor, UK. Welcome.
First trip coming up in November. Best Levada book for a fit middle-aged couple. Yeah, let's just missed the Levadas.
Yes, we do. We did. We did.
A little bit water. No, we had a lot of water. Madeira, that's a big question.
Yes.
I think we need to go back to
Christina is from. Let's ask where people are.
Yeah, where are you from?
I mean, of course, we have lots of familiar faces.
It's hard to. Yeah, we have a lot of names. We have conversations around, but we often miss the picture. We don't have a face to the name, and there are similar names. So.
Yes, Cheryl from Tenerife. Hello,
yes.
Cheryl from Tenerife.
Thank you for all your help.
Yes. We will obviously explain all the stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, so Mark Panda, hello from London. Hello. This is interesting. London, Tenerife, Florida.
Evelyn,
Christina is from Florida, UK.
Portugal. Near
Evelyn.
Castello. Evelyn.
Oh, wow. Portugal.
Yes, Cheryl from Tenerife. Okay.
Also,
yeah, you read that already.
That is great.
From the UK.
Here's Dixon as well, UK. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. It's we missed you a lot. So last time we had our live stream was about 6 weeks ago.
No, longer.
Oh, 9
We tried
weeks.
to calculate that.
Yeah,
it must be like 9 weeks or something. It was at the beginning when we came to Las Palmas, Gran Canaria.
Gran Canaria, yes. I mean, we decided that we're gonna do live stream once a month, and obviously we thought we're gonna do in Gran Canaria, which we did, and then when we'll move to Tenerife, we'll do another live stream. So that was our intention. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. So yeah, it's long. Anyway, so what happens? We started with Gran Canaria, of course, but we also had in mind that we're going to go to Gran Canaria, maybe Tenerife, and maybe even La Palma as well. So we'll see how many islands we will be able to visit, but we knew that we won't be able to visit all islands in this period of time, because we were planning to go to Uzbekistan to see my family, and we thought if we were going to fit as much as possible, but we recognize that it's really hard to see everything in such a short period of time. And even though we stayed in Gran Canaria for 6 weeks, it felt like it was not enough.
It's for us a short period.
It is short for us. So of course, when we left in Gran Canaria, many people were saying like, you haven't seen still a lot, and you should see this place and that place. And we would like to, of course. It's not because we don't want to and we didn't like the Gran Canaria and we just want to go. It's just we had limited time, and we wanted to do as much as possible. And if we don't see everything, we'll come back at some point again. And so we decided to at least visit another island, Tenerife, which was great. I hope you enjoyed us traveling from the Gran Canaria to Tenerife. It was so much fun.
Especially the boat ride.
Especially for me. I mean, it was not fun because, fun. It was exciting. And I thought, we will go to the boat and I will do the tour of the boat. We'll go to every corner of the boat. I was like, I'm going to, record a great video. And as soon as boat started to move, oh my goodness, that was not great. So I was like,
yeah. So lesson learned in terms of where we sit, because I think that made a huge difference.
But still,
Anyway.
I was not able to walk around and things like that. But it was still a very interesting journey, and we arrived at Tenerife, and we plan to stay there for a month at least, because the thing is, we applied for a visa to Uzbekistan to visit my family, because Michael needs visa for a longer term, and we were waiting for that. And now we both need, yes, for a long term. We can go there for a month, but we wanted to stay a bit longer because of we need to self-isolate when we arrive there. So it will take a lot of time until we really have a good quality time with our family. So we applied for the visa, and visa was already slowly getting ready for that. And
then something happened.
And then as soon as when we arrived to Tenerife after the first week, we found out that my family in Uzbekistan got COVID. So my sister got COVID, and then soon after, a few days, my mom got COVID. And of course, that was a shock. Something you think it's not going to happen. And I know it's very hard to protect yourself 100%. And I've been preparing my mom just in case it happens already since last year, in order to keep the immune system strong and everything. But it's still very shocking, I would say, right?
Yes.
To immediately to face with that it can happen anything. And of course, I had absolutely no mood and no energy to actually think about to go and explore Tenerife, and just to be generally in the mood exploring. It was mainly it was very difficult emotionally. And so we did not, some of you probably follow us on Instagram as well, I just could not focus on anything. And we thought it's, we're gonna treat them at home with a doctor. And then a week later, it was not getting better. And then my niece got sick, and then my nephew got sick, and we thought, just kids, they will be fine. And my niece is 18 years old. And then she got worse and worse and worse, to the point that she had about 50% damage of the lungs. And they took her to hospital. They took my mom.
The niece, the 18-year-old niece. So she got hit really hard.
And we were very, very scared. It was a moment where it could happen, anything. So it was, going through this tension. So, and then we decided to leave Tenerife sooner. And then because we found out that we will be able to get vaccination here in Madeira, we were searching that possibility
to say we registered for the vaccination far back, like when we were still on Madeira. So before we went to the Canary Islands, we registered, but at that time we were not in line. And while we were, I think, I don't know, in Gran Canaria or in the beginning from Tenerife, our friends told us they were on the same list, and they told us that they got it. And that kind of all fell together with the family getting COVID and getting in the hospital, and it got worse and worse. And we said, okay, we need to get ready to be able to visit them, and we want to go and get our. So now where we are in line, basically, or yeah, I think it's open now for everyone.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, I could go. I wanted to go straight away there, but it was, I think, not safe to go there.
I did not allow that.
Yes. So yeah, so we came to Madeira, and they were in hospital for 2 weeks, and it felt like a month or 2 months. So we were already in Madeira at this time. So it was still 3 weeks. We were not going out here as well. And yeah, but last week they got discharged from hospital, so they're all COVID free. So everything is fine, but they are still quite weak. They need to, need someone to take care of them. And so, but it's getting better. That's the good news. It's getting better, and that's where I feel like I can a little bit relax, and we can. It's almost like allow myself to start enjoy it again. Does it make sense?
Kind of. I hope you guys can hear us, because it says your connection is unstable. And please wait while we try to reconnect you.
Okay, you just told me this now.
Yeah. So I hope. Yeah. So there.
Let us know if you can still hear us.
So I hope the connection is okay. The internet here is a little bit loud and clear. Okay. Because the internet here is not that good.
So, and today we actually took first day to go out. It was amazing. And to be honest, coming back to Madeira, it did feel like coming home somehow. Also having friends here, it felt really, really good. I think especially when going through such a difficult time, have a friend support makes a huge difference. So I'm so grateful for our friends here in Madeira, and for their support. It was good too.
Yeah. So we are here now, I think 3 weeks, and today was the first day we basically went out. We haven't done any filming yet, so this 3 weeks was kind of taking care about ourselves.
Yeah.
Meeting with friends and some followers, having great conversations and having great support.
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel like now we are kind of getting ready to go out again.
Yeah.
And so we are not that long here, but the remaining time we want to enjoy as much as we can now.
Yeah, and it's perfect place. Today we went to swim, snorkel, and to our favorite places to eat espetada, of course.
We had so many espetadas already in this
Yes. So yeah, I hope it's clearer. And we again just want to repeat that we did not leave Tenerife because we didn't like Tenerife. We didn't go from Gran Canaria to Tenerife because we didn't like Gran Canaria. Every island is beautiful in itself. How do you say in itself? On itself. So it's just timing. I'm sure time makes huge difference. We stayed in Madeira for 11 months. We had plenty of time to explore so much and more, and we still have plenty to see, I'm sure. So, but at the end of the day, there's only so much we can do. And plus, Michael is working Monday to Friday, and he had a lot of
I'm working on a big project which is launching next week, mid next week. And so I had full-time days and late nights, and so weekends we kind of were just tired and was not much energy to do anything really. So
and sometimes that when we have very busy week, Michael worked a lot, and we didn't have much time to actually rest. That's why on the weekend when we go out and we record the video, of course, sometimes there are days maybe maybe for you, you might not find it super exciting that we might like already climb certain mountains. Sometimes we just check in with our energy, how much energy we have for the weekend to have this physical activities. Yeah, which we like. We like active, was that relaxation? Active relaxation.
Which is important. Like when we work all week,
it's important.
This weekend, actually going out and doing something is important, but somehow it didn't work, and it was kind of difficult. We didn't get a car.
Oh my goodness!
So that's
another
So a couple of things, and yeah. Anyway, we are all good. Family is getting better. Because you didn't get to this point, right?
Yeah.
So they got out of hospital.
I said that.
They did say that?
Yeah,
Okay.
yes.
Good.
They're good. I speak with them every single day. In the morning and maybe in the afternoon, just check in that the progress is going better, so that they feel better every day, just tiny bit. So it's good. And they're, of course, waiting for us because they need support at the moment. They need us.
Yeah. So that's basically our plan. Our next destination will be Uzbekistan, where we will spend time with family. And we spoke with many people now when we met followers and friends, and we talked about Uzbekistan, and we asked them what they would like to see, and many of them they heard this name, but they have no idea where it is. They have no idea about the culture. So we're really excited to share more about that. Besides supporting the family and spending time there.
And exploring also Uzbekistan.
She doesn't know a lot of Uzbekistan.
Many people from Madeira say, "Oh, you saw so many places we haven't seen." And then in my mind,
on
Madeira, and in my mind, I am the same. I don't know much about my own country, like visiting different places. I think it's just when you grow up, you just focus on studying, finishing school, then finishing university, searching for a job. You don't think about exploring that much, which is, we could. But
anyway, we'll get to that.
I will get to that. So
shall we do a couple of questions?
Yes, please,
a bit
guys.
Catching up here.
Yes, let us know.
So that was we just wanted to give a little bit context because we're kind of getting the same questions over and over again. So I think it's important to know the backstory and why we are doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
And there's probably more to say about it, also why we're doing what we're doing, but at least to explain why we're back in Madeira now and why we will soon be in Uzbekistan.
Yeah.
So where did we leave here? We can hear. That's good because it says still the connection is unstable. So that
really
it says here, yeah.
Strange.
So thank you for all your best wishes and all this community. It means a lot to us. Like you guys watching our videos, following our journey, the comments we get. We can't answer all of them, but we read all of them and we answer as many as we can.
Yeah, and on Instagram as well, it's a great support there because I posted a few stories about my family and I've got lots of messages praying for my family. It means a lot. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So yeah, I'm getting down here to Christina. You met the bees. Yes, we did meet the bees.
We did meet them, and we're planning to meet them again. So we will meet them again.
It was just during the first days, literally the first day. The first day we met up for a quick coffee to catch up, but we want to meet like properly. Yeah. So then here you have to come back to little continent Gran Canaria again. We definitely will come back.
Wonderful. We
want to see more of each island, and we want to see more islands. We want to see the other islands as well. But we just need much more time. And I think it's also a question of season, maybe. Like what's the best season for the islands to come. So we need to kind of learn about this a bit more. So I'm curious about Uzbekistan. Kyle, this is good.
Thank you.
Looking forward to sharing more. Nice to see you back in Madeira. Peter Beer.
Oh, the Peter Beer. Yes. Hello, Peter.
So I have to visit Madeira, maybe similar to La Palma, but it looks interesting. It is just everything is like smaller and kind of cozy.
Where? Madeira?
Madeira and probably La Palma. La Palma is a very small island.
Smaller, I think.
Even smaller. How do you get to Uzbekistan? Is it through Moscow, for example?
That's
Very
a
good question.
We are figuring out right now. We will probably buy tickets next week, and we are not sure because it's a quite long journey to come from Madeira to Uzbekistan. It will be definitely like maybe minimum 2 and maybe 3, 4 transits.
So I think it depends all, and this is why we kind of wait with the ticket closer to the trip, because all the rules and restrictions and all that stuff, they are changing constantly. And it depends like which countries we are transiting through. I don't really have a problem with this, like transiting or along a journey, but the problem is that many of those connections are not within the same airport, as far as we have researched so far, which means that we need to leave the airport and go to another airport and continue the journey from there. And while that's also not a problem in normal times, but now that means that you enter that country and that you kind of come from that country in terms of restrictions and everything. So that's something that we're still figuring out, what's the best way. But there are interesting journeys, like up to 50 hours or so, with like 4 transits.
Changes.
So quite interesting.
And there is an option through Moscow. Yes, there is. Another option
also
is
with 2 airports.
Fly Madeira, UK, and from UK there is a direct flight. But I don't know. We'll see again what's gonna happen.
Yeah, UK is on the red list for Uzbekistan, so it would make the arrival in Uzbekistan more difficult. But yeah, anyway, we are researching different ways, and you will definitely see this in a video. That will be a very interesting vlog. Also, just to throw that in here, because some people are confused that they see us in Tenerife and we are in Madeira right now.
Yes, that was funny.
So I just wanted to clarify that. I'm sure many know how this whole thing works, and that making videos is a lot of work. And we are basically, we're catching up now a little bit because we haven't been filming the last 3 weeks, but we are, 3-4 weeks behind. So basically, you still will see Tenerife and our trip to Madeira like over the next 3-4 weeks.
Maybe 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Yeah, something like that. Like we're just behind a couple of weeks, and when you will see us in Madeira, we will probably be in Uzbekistan. That's why we also want to do these live streams, which kind of is a more real time, or it is basically a real time catch up, a little bit of an update. And also Instagram. So if you don't follow us on Instagram, and you are on Instagram, not everyone is. I'm, for example, not really active there, but she loves it, right?
Yes.
So
it's more up to date.
It's more up to date. So if you're on Instagram, follow us. There you will see stories more or less daily, and you will see real time where we are and what's going on. So,
Lawrence.
I need to, sorry, my intelligent glasses. I have to visit to La Palma. I think here we did, right? So Moscow. So Moscow is definitely an option. Make it better. I have more time to relax and little. Best wishes to the family. Thank you, Lawrence.
Thank you, Lawrence.
I don't know how to pronounce that name. Was the Sri? Hi.
What?
This. Okay. Aventura, when you have more time, I think you will enjoy it.
Is it busy at the moment in Madeira? It is
Busier.
busier, much busier than we saw that island when we stayed here for 11 months. Plus,
It was literally last
literally
minute.
last minute decision to come. So we were looking for a place to stay, of course, in our Rivera Brava, because we like it, and it's fully booked. And many other Airbnbs were fully booked, and the ones which were available where they were way beyond our budget. And it was really hard for the first time to find Airbnb, and we didn't know what to do, but we needed to go as soon as possible. So we found a hotel. It was recommended by other friends in Dorisol in Lido. So we stayed 2.5 weeks in Dorisol in Lido area, which is something new for us because we don't know anything about Lido. You see, there's something we don't know about Madeira, Lido area. So, and Lido area is pretty busy. The hotel is super busy, and even the hotel, the prices will for this hotel, I'm sure you can get much higher value out of it, but
I mean, it was the cheapest we could find,
Yeah.
and it was the one that was available.
yeah, it was. I mean, we
But-
can't complain. We were happy that we got that. It's probably not our first choice.
I think generally we were kind of looking forward to try out staying in a hotel. We were kind of imagining all the facilities, and you will just go down to the pool and swim a little bit, and just
Use the gym.
use the gym and like use the facilities basically. So when we arrived, the the only facility, I mean, when we stayed there, the only facility that I used extensively was a co-working space, which I didn't even know that hotels have that. But this hotel has a new co-working space, which was more or less empty. So that's where I spent my whole time there.
Yeah,
And yeah, you enjoyed the room.
yeah,
Or
working as
not.
well, and
So
somehow the pool was busy, and I didn't want to go into busy.
yeah, so rather than
Pool.
going to the pool, we went down to the sea. When you go down the Lido, there's this
Swimming area.
public swimming area where you can jump off a cliff and swim in the sea. That is much more fun than in the
Yes,
hotel.
we did. And especially
So-
after we had vaccination, it was, I think, advised not to go into crowded places, to stay and be safer.
Yeah, so relax a little bit.
Yeah, and more relaxed, so like not doing any heavy activities and things like that. So that was something new. But then after, we were still searching for flats, and then through other friends who recommended us the contact of the place where we are right now. It was very, very, thank you, Sandy and Andy, for your support. So, and then we found a place here. Now we are in Funchal,
In the center of Funchal.
in a like center, and
We really love it.
it. I love, of course, the infrastructure of Funchal, to have all the shops necessary and things like that, which I miss a little bit in Ribera Brava, but it was a still great place with good essentials. But here I can get much more than essentials, which is great. And also because we now have a little bit more time because we live here, we can walk in the streets, and it is so beautiful. It is so charming, and I thought, like, wow, I don't think we experienced Funchal.
We did not, when we
No.
were staying in Ribera Brava, we were kind of thinking of moving a little while to Funchal to just experience it, but we haven't. We didn't at that time. So now
We
being
had
here,
no time to do that.
it is really great. It's a really good place to stay.
It's
And-
more than I expected. I mean,
Yeah, and
it's
we
hoped for.
we enjoy the city, the old city, more than the Lido area,
For us.
which is not our.
So anyway,
our
Lido
thing.
was quite busy, but when we moved to Funchal, yes, there are of course people, but it was not as crowded, I would say. Anyway, it felt
It's not
a
that
bit more-
bad. I think there are still lots of hotels closed which makes the situation with getting accommodation a bit more difficult,
Prices on
and the prices.
accommodations
But
higher, and of course car rental was crazy because
yeah, that's insane.
we met other followers on the street where we were walking in Lido, and they was like, you're supposed to be in Madeira. Like, I saw your video in Tenerife and you Madeira. So of course they were surprised. It was nice. We had a nice chat. Hello. And they told us that they wanted to rent a car and also drive around like we do. And they said the price was huge. I don't know, 600
for 3 days or
for
something.
2 days, I think, or something.
2 days, yeah.
Or even 3 days. It's still very, very expensive. And I was like, wow, I wouldn't also spend 600 on a car. So that was that. Yeah, I don't know if that's normal here in Madeira on a peak time to increase prices on the car rentals. And
so I think that the problem, and that's not just Madeira, we experienced problems with car rental in Tenerife.
Yeah, it's true. You're right.
And there it was probably a little bit unfortunate because I checked Google Maps and I saw there's lots of car rentals in Santa Cruz, but there weren't. We literally found two. And one of those two was fully booked for, I think, the coming 4 weeks. So like beyond what we originally planned to stay.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one, we got a car. But I think the problem is that those are concentrated around the touristic areas. So like you have many more car rentals in the Lido area, for example, than in the city. And that was very extreme in Tenerife. So you have like lots of car rental around the airport, but there's not much in Santa Cruz. You have more in Puerto de Cruz. So like those areas where you have more hotels and more tourism, there is more car rentals. But the overall problem, I think, is over the pandemic, lots of car rental companies got rid of a lot of cars.
Mm-hmm.
And now basically they're ramping up again. And I think there's just a shortage in cars. So this is at least what I heard and what would make sense to me. I'm not sure how accurate that is. But anyway, getting a car was kind of difficult. We found now one and it's kind of reasonable. But
still double price what
still
we paid in Ribeira
more
Brava,
than we used to
but
pay.
it's not like 200, 300 per day.
So
okay.
I'll just carry on here.
Yes, please.
Tony said there is a direct flight to Kiev with Ukraine Airlines. Yes, we found that one.
Nelson told us.
Yeah, Nelson told us.
From Madeira to Kiev and Kiev to Uzbekistan.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's a direct flight from Kiev to Uzbekistan right now. But this route is on my list, so I'm checking this as well.
Thank you.
Did you still have to do all the COVID tests before entry into Madeira? Yes.
2 times.
Because at this time we were not vaccinated. So if you're vaccinated, I think you do not need a test. Mm-hmm. But if you are not, you still do. And you still get that at the airport.
Yeah, and for vaccination, they ask us to do another test.
Yeah,
on day 5.
It's because we are residents. We have a residence in Madeira, and as residents, you need to make 2 tests: one when you arrive, and one 5 days later.
Mm-hmm.
What do you miss the most about Uzbekistan apart from your family?
Food. Food, of course, family.
Family, friends, food.
Friends, and then food. Food, yes, food.
So food, you will see lots of food, which will be interesting because it's not healthy food. Not necessarily.
We'll do our best.
We'll do our best. We'll make my health Uzbek food version.
We'll do our best.
But I have already I have favorite eatery place, like at least one, which has amazing food, and I can't wait to show you this place. It's when I came there first time, that was just it blew my mind.
It's a great food.
It was interesting. Mm-hmm. So. The stream is a bit unstable. Yeah, sorry for that. I hope it's fine, and we are still. You can still see and hear
When
us.
you say unstable, what does that mean?
Like maybe it kind of stucks or something, freezes or something.
Oh, no.
It says this message here that it is unstable, so I'm not sure.
Sorry.
Um, so where are we? The student accommodation price have gone up in price now, which kind of makes sense. It's season, which is another thing which we kind of learn, and we didn't think about really, that if you go to certain places in the peak time, that comes with certain challenges, right? So like, because we are not being on holiday there and we are not going to this holiday kind of places,
Stream is okay.
stream is
now.
okay, good.
Thank you.
So we need to learn, because we are just at the beginning of our journey and we want to travel to so many countries, but we need to kind of learn to travel with the seasons, not just weather-wise, but also like holidays, peak times, and all that other stuff. So I think we felt that in Tenerife with the car, and we felt it here with accommodation and car and everything. So yeah, that's just a little
Or you
detail.
plan in advance. I think if
Or you plan in advance.
people are booking accommodation and car rentals like in 3,
Yeah, they
4,
do.
5, 6 months ago before coming.
Yeah.
So they get good prices.
Yeah, but we don't do that because we don't know where we are in 6 months, right? So we might maybe learn something about this, so that we know, okay, we can a little bit plan longer term, but especially now with this pandemic, and we saw this now with what happened with the family, like even this 4 weeks which we have planned, we couldn't stay, and we just did overnight
Change
of plans, and so it's a bit difficult. So we need to learn that. So I was
Mac Panda.
Mark Panda, I was wondering if you had any recommendations on where is the best place to rent a small apartment on a month-to-month basis. I mean, we do this normally through Airbnb, and so
Yeah.
far it was really, really good. And
But we understand that now prices are increasing on
also Airbnb prices are getting a little bit out of
just
hand right now.
generally. Like for example, now coming here, hotel was cheaper than to rent Airbnb, which is very strange, of course, because usually you would expect that flat would be cheaper. But because we're also not staying for like a long period of time, and we don't know when we're gonna leave. In the beginning, we didn't know. It was difficult.
Yeah, and the hotel was kind of more flexible.
Yeah.
Because we could just, with Airbnb, it depends on the host, but in many cases you don't have a cancellation as flexible as in a hotel.
Yeah.
And so you can just go to the reception and say like, I'm leaving tomorrow, and you just pay until that. So that was kind of, in our current situation, was important. Generally, I think it's not a problem because we always want to stay at least like 3 months or something.
Yeah.
Or longer.
That's why all Airbnbs, when you stay long, which is 1 month, there will be always discount from 10 to 60 sometimes percent.
Yes.
From so it's quite good.
So yeah, well, so far we have Airbnbs, quality wise, location wise, price wise. You pay a little bit for extra for the
First month.
the service from Airbnb, obviously, and for the cleaning and the stuff.
That's first month.
Yeah.
Because if you stay longer, then you don't pay.
Yeah. So
it's less.
Because we always stayed longer, it probably was cheaper for us. If you just stay short period, it might be a bit pricey.
And we also have a website, lauseandmichael.com, and there we have this section stay, and we try to put all of our places where we stay in a list, like countries and then places there. So if you're interested to see that, you can go there and check. We have we do not get any commission from those things. We just share that.
Yeah, and we probably want to share in the future a little bit more details about places.
Yeah.
Right now, it's just like the place the host the link to Airbnb if there is one, or a website if we stayed somewhere else, just as a reference, because we get this question a lot, like where did you stay, how do I get this, how can I contact them? So we have this section on our website now. So accommodation prices gone up. I'm looking to escape from London and stay in Madeira, particularly Ribeira Brava. I was wondering if you had any recommendations on where is the best place to rent a small apartment. This was this one. Okay.
Months to months basis. I mean, check on our website stays. We have Ribeira Brava link to where the place we stayed. If obviously.
So if the times, like we checked with the host we stayed before, because we really loved this apartment, and it was a very good value, but it was not available during the times we needed it now, and we were not flexible. Normally we would be flexible to say, okay, then we come a month later or something. But this time there's no flexibility. Like we have this priority to go to Uzbekistan.
Great idea to escape London from.
And in Ribeira Brava, it's beautiful.
I noticed, that, I mean, there's literally seeing things from different point of view. And staying now already, we stayed in Ribeira Brava, we stayed in Santa Cruz, right? We stayed now in Lido, now we're staying in Funchal. And I can definitely say that you see different Madeira from different places. You literally, like physically, see things from different point of view. Yes. You see different people, like here in Funchal, we see people in the morning.
Because we stay in places and we want to feel like this living there, right? And that's something, for example, we can't feel in.
A feel of holiday, that you're on holiday. You don't want to think about cooking and daily routine which you usually have at home. I think Lido is great because you have this holiday feel all the time. Well, it was an interesting experience. Yeah.
So yeah. So I'm looking to stay between 1 to 3 months. Any idea of the cost? They are changing a lot. I would really check Airbnb. Mm-hmm. It's quite difficult to find.
Again, season will make a huge difference.
Yeah.
Not in a season, you might find something from 600.
With the landlords.
Once you build a relationship.
It's a bit difficult, I find. But many hosts we met are quite open once they know you, and once you stay there for a little while, then you can kind of arrange something.
Once they feel safe with you, because many of Airbnb hosts, they are afraid to rent to people they don't know. They actually like that Airbnb has the same kind of security for them. So people are coming, the host is protected and the person who is renting is protected.
Which all adds a little bit to the cost, obviously, but
yes, but that gives a safety kind of sort of, but then once you see host, if host is actually interested in that, you see, you meet, you like, you see that you're paying on time, that everything is fine, you're taking care of the flat, and then they might say, if you want, we can do directly, so it's possible.
So the bees live in the Lido area.
That's
right.
Yeah. Kind of, because that's where we went for a walk, and then we said, "Hey guys, come down." And they went down
around the forum.
Yes.
Car rentals are always cheaper online. No, I wouldn't say that, but I guess it depends again on the situation. We booked online. We booked. In person, and it depends on
time, I think.
Time, season. Pandemic is a huge part, I think, of the whole pricing situation, availability.
Maybe before it worked very smooth.
And you get amazing prices. Unreal, like really cheap. Then you come to the airport. So that, when you book them, which I also tried once, when you book them, that does not include that, and that does not include that, and that does not include that. That will all added later. So then we checked because it's kind of, some say it's cheaper at the airport, some say it's cheaper there. So we asked every single car rental company at the airport. We went through, then we got a recommendation from our Airbnb host actually.
Yes.
And we went there, and that was an amazing price.
I think it's the cheapest one.
That was the cheapest one I've ever rented, and it was in person. We just showed up there and we rented the car. So yeah, I don't know. I would like to find a system where I can say that's the best way, but
but we are definitely going there. It's not because of restrictions, I think, because we can go to
No,
right?
we can,
I think
yes.
it's just time. At the moment, it's time.
But the list is kind of long, so
Yeah,
very long.
definitely.
Hi, Nelson.
Hello, Nelson.
Thank you for passing by.
Say hello.
Busy. I think he's busy today.
Yeah.
So ask the question. This one. Sorry, as I asked the question last time, but did you find any parts of Gran Canaria that were like Madeira? Some areas looked similar on your videos, in valleys maybe. Not at the season, right? Yeah, Ray. Yeah, that's the username. The three. I think it's a seasonal thing. In this time where we went, it's quite dry and less green. I assume in spring and winter it will be much greener.
Terror was
Terror was greener. Also the coffee area was greener. But I wouldn't say it's as green as Madeira. However, Tenerife, the north part, is as green as Madeira.
It will come in upcoming videos.
Yeah, so you will see hike there, and you will see this area. We just drove through the last one, I think, in the last video. So not on Gran Canaria when we were there, but I'm sure there are areas. So I read comments that we should have gone there and we should have gone there, and to some of those parts where we heard we should have gone, we did go. We just didn't make a video about it. Yes. And it's quite dry right now, which is.
So we've got today. Forgot about this. We talk too much. Oh, that's here, right? So if you can see, it's a beautiful queijada.
That's too close.
It's too close.
Yes.
No, it has to focus.
Yeah. Has to focus. Huh? Maybe when I go.
Here you go. It's one of our deliciousness of Madeira. Mishas, you need to remove.
Oh, I need to remove myself.
Yes. Look at this. In Russian, I think it's tворожник or I forgot. Anyway, looks really nice.
So and that's the place where we got that from, which is actually in the Lido area.
That was a finding.
So that's a really good one. So
it's a bit pricey, I have to say.
But good.
Very, very good.
So where did I stop? So sorry, I went up and down and up and down. Online, then still, where would you travel next? We had that. Stream is okay right now. Cabo Verde and Southern seems like interesting places to visit. Yeah, I saw them. Gonzalo went there, so he's now building a nomad community in Cabo Verde. So another thing on the list. Well, okay.
Sorry, I just want to show this. It's kind of cheesy, topfenny. It's really good. It's very thin dough on the top. It's mainly cheese. I mean, what's that? Cottage kind of cheese. It's not too sweet, so it's really nice. So
yeah, as you can see, favorite.
Yes.
Favorite.
We don't eat that often, but
so
we have
how long will you be staying in Uzbekistan? Is it a big country?
Yes.
So the plan is about 3 months, because we need a visa, and we got that visa for 3 months. And it is a big country, kind of. I forgot the numbers now. We were
It's
checking this the other day.
How'd you say, double of UK size?
Yeah. Okay. So area-wise,
Area-wise.
not population-wise.
Population is around 32 million, 32, 33 million. Yes.
Okay.
It's a lot, but not, of course, UK. UK is more.
It is a big country. I only know Tashkent. I think you mainly know Tashkent, and maybe a
Capital.
little bit around.
Mm-hmm.
So there will be a lot to explore, and it's a very interesting. It's the Silk Road, so it has a very rich history, and so there will be lots of interesting stuff to discover. So the family, Lucy. Hello, Lucy.
Oh, hello, Lucy. Welcome. Very happy to see you.
Thank you so much for your wishes. Mama.
Norma
Norma.
Madeira. Hola, Mama Norma. Oh, how do you say? Oh, we love you. Oh, we don't know.
Not yet. Still learning. Difficult language.
That is a mother from Katyusha from Goiânia na Ilha da Madeira.
So I stayed in Machiko, Gaula, and they are all very different. Used Airbnb too, yeah.
Oh, yes. Nós te amamos. No, nós te amamos. Norma Madeira. Mama Norma.
Yeah, so wherever you stay, it's very different experience, especially when you stay and like immerse yourself a little bit in the community and live there. So that was Cheryl, actually. Love Keshada. Who doesn't? Anyone
I'm
here who
sure
doesn't
then.
love Keshada?
I don't know.
And I assume we will do that when we get towards Central America, because we will just go Azores and then maybe Central America and South America. We'll see how we can create a route for that. So do we have besides Keshada?
I don't know if that what's the connection. Look, we were like almost 50.
Yeah, I think there are some connection issues.
You see, unfortunately losing stream. Oh, Ray, sorry about that. But thank you anyway for coming.
So I can't really restart that because then we end this stream. So I haven't found a way to do that. But it's going up.
It's going up, so maybe stream is coming. So we need to check the number.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe we are talking and you're already starting rejoining or something.
Maybe. Mm-hmm.
So what else did we want to talk about?
Lucy, a question to Lucy and people who live in Azores. So let's say we're just now dreaming. So if we come to Azores, January, February, March, how is it like there in January, February, March? What's the weather like? Is it a good time or it's any time is a good time?
Sorry, we asked this question a long time ago.
Who?
No, we. But we're asking it again.
When did we get an answer?
I think there was seasons, yeah. I just don't remember them.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, that would be interesting because we wanna plan basically what's coming after Austria. In which direction do we go? it could be wet and cold, which is yeah. So I don't know if the summer is probably the best time.
Yeah.
I guess. Might be. I was there in June and August.
Yeah, it's summertime, isn't it? So TJC, hello and welcome. Yes, we are back in Madeira. I remember you were asking if we were going to be there in September. At that time, when you asked us, we didn't think we're going to be here, but here we are. We are here, and I think you mentioned that you are here in September, if I'm not mistaken. Please let us know.
Are you here?
Maybe you're already
TJC?
here. Yeah.
Yes, summer is better.
Okay.
So 5.
This so.
Sub? Not sure. Sorry,
yeah.
I can't stop.
This
eating. Is that my one?
Yes.
Yeah?
Really great. I don't know how sweet it is actually, but anyway, that will be
So summer.
so good. So good. And you know, when we arrived to Madeira, it was like, yeah, going to all our favorite places. I mean, of course, as much as we can, because we are, of course, now thinking about to take trips with bus. Just need to understand that in the beginning, planning.
I think we tried yesterday to plan that theoretically. We just need to try out if the practice is equal to theory. If things are really working, because so far we just use the bus around Funchal and a little bit outside, but not really to go like to the north coast or to go to some destinations to hike. Because I don't know how flexible that really is. So, but we want to try that because it might be actually fun. Because the public transport so far generally
It's very good.
really good.
Very good.
Place here is a little bit wobbly.
Need to ask landlord.
Yeah,
because we asked and she said it's very good. Nobody complained.
Okay, I mean for normal work is okay. Live streaming seems to be a bit difficult.
No.
So just discovered your channel. Okay. Live streaming seems to be a bit difficult.
No.
So just discovered your channel today and I'm in love. That's nice. Thank you.
Marcy.
The next few days I will watch all the videos.
Thank you.
Marcy. Summer better weather, but more tourists, especially between June and August. Lots of religious festivals, and those bring in many visitors from abroad. Consider September to November less tourists. Yeah, that gets us back to this. When is a good time to travel, right?
I think spring is best.
Yeah, spring maybe before June, maybe April, May. So there is another channel, Our Journey on Pico Island. Carlos and Laura, they are from Canada. They might be able to help you regarding the Azores. Thank you, Cheryl, for that. We got so many tips and help from Cheryl when we were in Gran Canaria, on Tenerife, sorry.
And we thought we might meet.
You were communicating.
But it was, did not work out.
It is too bad that the connection is not the best. Where can I private message you the best email address? Yeah, so in case you did not hear on YouTube for TJC, on YouTube on the About page, on desktop, I think you can't see it on mobile. On the desktop you have the email. When you go to our channel About page.
Or you just say that email.
Or yeah, I could just write the email here. Yes. Why not? It's very simple. It's just hey, Lauza and Michael. Lauza and Michael.com.
So connection's coming back.
So hey, Lauza and Michael.com.
Thank you, Cheryl.
So yeah, you can send us an email and then we can arrange something. What is Pico Island? So,
Carlos, you just need to look for Carla and
Carlos and Laura.
Look at it first. Look for them. Okay. Carlos.
Carlos and Laura.
Pico Islands. Yeah, that's the name of the channel. Michael's English is so good. Well,
Is it?
thank you. Okay, I will check. I subscribe.
Somebody told me the other day, they asked me if I'm from Austria. And I said, why? And they said, I have some friends from Austria, they sound like you.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that there is a little bit of accent. It's like everyone knows you can spot Russian easily.
Yes.
You can spot German, you can spot French. I mean, it's very strong though. You don't have very strong German accent, so.
Yeah, I'm doing my best to not
But
have.
you have Austrian.
I have Austrian
Austrian.
accent. I don't know. I'm not sure how that sounds. Austrian English. So yes, April May is perfect, and yes, okay. Check out our journey in channel. Klaus and Laura are super informative and would love to introduce you both to the Azores. Okay.
Yes, thank you, Lucy. We will stay in touch. I think I have your contact on Instagram as well. So we'll definitely, as soon as it will be closed in our radar, we will contact you. Will be really, really
So
good.
basically next year.
By the way, when are you planning to come? If you are planning, of course, now it's not as easy possibly, but are you planning to go to Azores as well to see your family? And when, if you perhaps?
Maybe you have a chance to go there, and we
Yeah.
can also go there, and we can meet you and
Let us know, yes.
everyone around. That would be so
Yeah.
lovely.
So I also
Hello,
wanted
welcome back. Yeah, sorry.
to mention the therapy. It's a manual therapy. And what's your name?
So I'm just checking the connection on my phone.
And it's getting bad.
This is really bad. I'm on 4G now, so I'm not using our internet. That's kind of unusable. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. Let me check my internet.
This thing always shows good thing.
This one? No.
Yeah.
It's very bad.
How much supposed to be?
Before we had like.
Can we connect to my internet? Because I have unlimited on my mobile.
You can try. Can you do hotspot?
Hotspot.